Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Belief in Yourself. And we're going to start with very practical steps. What I'd like you to do is, and it's okay if you pause this, but I'd like you to get something to write on, preferably some kind of a composition book or notepad, because there's going to be some journaling involved, something you're going to need to write, and you're going to want to refer back to it as we go through these different steps and things. So, and as you get ideas and some of your creative juices start flowing, you're going to want to use this and refer back to it so that you can start creating something very, very powerful for you, as I have for myself. And I want you to write some things in your journal. We're going to start with on the very first page. I want you to draw a line down the center of it, and then on the left-hand side, in the column on the left-hand side, write down passions, 10 passions. And now on the right-hand side column, I want you to write down 10 skills. So whatever time you need to be able to write these down is fine, but I want you to sit down, and sometimes it'll take some time. The passions will probably come pretty quickly, because what you're going to look for in your passions are those things you love doing or have always wanted to do. Now, you may be doing them now for work, you may not be doing them, but the passions will probably be pretty easy, and you can fill the 10 out pretty quickly. Now, for the right-hand side, where you're working on the 10 skills, if you're not familiar with what your unfair competitive business advantage, I think is what's used in the business world, or what you do better than everyone else, ask your family or loved ones or friends, what is it that I do better than anyone else? And write those down. Now, you might have more of an issue to get 10 of them, but it's well worth doing it. So I want you to go ahead and do that. Now when you've written down those things, make sure you leave enough columns to write down 10 things. But I want you to write this under it. And it's small. It has to do with a calling. So it says, number 1, what is it you love to do? What is your passion? And what can you throw your whole heart and soul into? That's really important. And that's what that first column is for. Secondly, what would you do for free? If no one ever paid you a dime and no one ever gave you a financial reward for your effort, what would you do for free? And then the third thing is, what is your area of unfair competitive advantage? What do you do better than anyone else? And this is interesting because what you'll find is what you do, what you'll find is that a career is what you're paid for, but a calling is what you're made for. And those two columns that you write have much more to do with your passion in life. The reason is as you write these things out, if you're able to do something that associates the things that you love with the things you can do really well, you'll be doing them much better, quicker, faster, and more agile than anyone else, while other people will feel or seem like they're walking in mud to try and accomplish these things. You'll be moving effortlessly through them. So I would suggest getting a chance to, and if you haven't written any down yet, you can either choose to pause this, or just after this is over, sit down, spend some quality time with yourself and write down those 10 things. And if there are more things, that's fine, but at least 10 things that you're passionate about, and 10 skills that you're good at. After you've done that, and you've probably already written down, at least I hope you've written down those 3 things, the reasons why, is that I want you to draw a line between each of your passion, the first passion, and then each of your skills. and do that with each one of them. The purpose is, this is to create a mind map for you so that you can start coming up with sort of brainstorming and getting your creative juices flowing. What can I do? And to give you an example, the first 4 things on my list are storytelling, and that's of any kind. That has to do with books, audio books. It has to do with movies, even stories in our lives. I love stories. The next is people. I love interacting and engaging with people. It's one of my passions. I joke with my wife and say, I want to be able to travel the world and laugh in every language. The next is food. I used to be a chef at one point in time, but I grew up in a place where food was always a central part of our storytelling. It was things that we enjoyed, things that we loved, things that we tried. We challenged ourselves, and we broke new ground when it came to creating food we've never tried before. So, and then the last one for me is travel. It is the one thing that I love to do, though I haven't done a lot of it. I've only been in the Western Hemisphere, from Canada down to South America. So I hope to get a chance to go throughout the world. But those are my 4 passions, and I have others. But my skill sets are what I'm doing right now, being able to talk and interact with people, my interpersonal skills. I've been a technician for 25 years, so it's something I do well. But my interpersonal skills, the ability to bring people together, the ability to tell stories and write stories, those are the things that I love and that I'm passionate about. So I've been able to draw them together, and one of the things that came together fairly recently was a YouTube site I put together called The Philosophical Foodie that you can check out. And this is bringing 3 of those 4 passions together. Though I am traveling, it's really just around the Bay Area where I live. But hopefully I'll be able to do that around the world. So, as you can see, this is the start for being able to brainstorm something exceedingly powerful for you, and for you alone, that is yours, and it's very personal. So when you start that, we'll go ahead and we'll take a break and pick it up again on our next series. But think about it. Take some time to think about it, and once you have something, then start coming up with ideas. This is a part where you kind of move forward, and the next time we get together, we're going to talk about the mastermind and why the mastermind is so important. But what you've written is going to help us with our definite chief aim or a goal. We're going to try and develop a goal, even if you're not using those things that you're passionate or even that you're highly skilled around. We're going to go ahead and start helping you fashion a goal. You may not know this, but 90%, even higher, 95 to 98% of people who actually write, not think in their head, write down their goals, accomplish them. And they're usually very, very successful. So, as I said, we'll get together next time. We're going to start with talking about a mastermind, because the mastermind will give us an opportunity to understand how a lot of this stuff is connected and how other people can actually help us in reaching these goals. So until then, I look forward to hearing from you. As I said, if you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Click a like or leave a comment, and you can send me an email at belief4in4yourself. That is belief, the number 4, in the number 4, yourself at gmail.com. And I look forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye.